Good evening and welcome to Hibiscus Sports Complex as we bring you this good clash against the Southwest Metro Pirates and the Townsville Heat. Heat currently sitting third on the ladder, tied with the Rockhampton Cyclones, and Southwest fitting in just behind them. Southwest currently 4 wins from 6 games, and Townsville, I believe it is 4 wins from 5 games. So very, very close in terms of competition, but Townsville is going to be coming in tonight's game with a very, very big lineup and quite a few players that Southwest are going to have to be very, very cautious of and stop them from getting on runs. Otherwise, they're going to find themselves in a little bit of a tough position. Townsville comes into tonight's game. As a team, they're the second in the league for field goal percentage, shooting on average 46.9% from the field and averaging 96 points per game. So doing an absolutely amazing job, especially considering they've come up against some really, really tough teams as well. They've also got Rees, who's the #1 field goal percentage shooter in the league at 76.2 points. And Froling is actually #2 for rebounds in the league as well, averaging 11.3 rebounds per game. When you jump down to the other end and look at the Southwest Metro Pirates, unfortunately, we have one of the worst statistics in the league in terms of three-point percentage. We're only averaging 18% from the three-point line, so not exactly one of our strong suits, and something the boys are definitely going to need to work on in terms of either taking better opportunities or just choosing not to shoot the 3 ball. It is not one of their strong points. They really need to adjust the way they play their game to counter for that and drive the ball inside, look for the better opportunities, and only take the 3 if it is going to be open. On the other hand of things, though, Princeton Onwas has to be one of the best field goal shooters in the league from 2. So in terms of just regular 2-point shots, not total field goal percentage, he's shooting 28 from 34 for about 86%, which from what I could see on the group statistics has to be either the top or at least second in the league for total field goal percentage. So shooting really, really well on the inside is Princeton Onwas. He's only shooting 5 from 20 from three-point land, so not exactly great in that statistic and for his overall field goal percentage. But from 2, he's shooting really, really strong. He is back in the game tonight as well after he did have to have a couple of games out with some bad ankle injuries. Him, Vines, and Verl Williams Jr. all struggling a little bit with injuries over the course of the last couple of games, but managing to find their way back into things here tonight. So we're just about ready for tip-off. Let's get ready to roll. Alrighty, just had to update a couple of players' numbers on the score sheet and what I had in front of me, but here we are, ready to roll. Straight off the bat, Townsville coming down with the big jump ball tip to win the first play of the game. And they're going to go straight to work as well, getting the ball around the outside, looking for the open opportunities in. And straight out of the bat, there's going to be an offensive foul called against Froling. So he rolls around and throws his elbow into the chest. So Southwest going to get this first opportunity to put some points on the board here after that offensive foul against Harrison Froling. Bairstow drives left with a reverse layup, and he gets blocked by Crawford. Ball now with Jet. Shot clock in single figures. The ball ends back with Harry Froling as he drives right, getting big contact from Tyrell Harrison. as he puts the ball in the bucket and draws the foul against Harrison for the and one. Man, that's not a good start for the game from Harrison as well. That's very lazy defense. Just putting two hands on as he's driving right. Didn't really attempt to shift his feet to get into a better position. And doing the damage for Southwest. So Froling starts the game with 2 points and gets the free throw as well. So Froling gets the and one. It is 3-0. Townsville getting the early lead over Southwest. Captain Vines taking charge for his team. Jet almost looked like he was going to get the steal there off the pass from Machendo. Couldn't quite get his handles on it. Ball's going to end down. We're going to roll the shot clock back down to 14 seconds for Southwest. We're just going to stop the game with a bit of violation. Crawford not giving Machendo enough space on the sideline to accurately pass the ball in. We're just going to move things around. It's going to be a game delay warning as well against the Townsville Heat. So the situation like that now, if you're intentionally delaying the game for something like that, stepping over the line, reaching over, anything like that, game delay warning against the entire team. So if it happens again, it will be an instant technical foul for the Heat. Single-digit shot clock for Southwest. 5 seconds as Onwas drives in strong. Fires right with tough contact over Jet. No call made. The question is definitely being asked there as well. As the ball brings in, Southwest just needs to focus on the game at hand and not necessarily the refereeing. Onwas almost got beat down the court. So Wiltshire with it now, trying to find an open player. Ball ends back with Harry Froling at the top of the three as he fires, but no good. Onwas with it now, as there is a big fight on the inside between Froling and Harrison. That'll be a really good matchup to watch as well. Two very young players, both looking for big, bright futures in careers in the future in the basketball league. Harrison finds Bairstow on the inside, gets called for the 3-second violation though. Good defense from Crawford on the inside for Townsville. Baker has it for Townsville, finds a cutting Froling down the right-hand side of the court. Cross-court kick to Crawford, passes back to Wiltshire, who drives right straight into Crawford's back. Big foul and contact going to be called there for Southwest. That one going against Jared Bairstow. Josh Wiltshire on the line for 2 shots. He makes the first. And the second as well. Townsville out to a 5-0 lead. Southwest struggling to put some points on the board early on. Tendakai Machando drives straight down the center of the call. His left-hand finger roll is no good though. Good defensive board from Crawford for Townsville. As Jet powers through the keyway and kicks out again. Southwest scrambling to get their defense back in position as Crawford drives strong for Townsville. And Princeton Onwas coming down with a defensive rebound, or steal, depending on which way you want to look at it. But drives straight into the center of chest. No good, but Tyrell Harrison coming in from behind with the putback. Jet going straight to the bucket on the left-hand finger roll. No good as Machando comes down with a defensive board for the Pirates. Onwas driving straight into the keyway and putting a nice 2-point bucket in as well. 5-4, Townsville's lead cut down to 1. As Wiltshire takes on Vines behind the back, almost out of control, but manages to recover. Crawford with it now against Machando. Harrison's got the big markup on the inside against Froling, but Froling travels as he stumbles to gain control of the ball and gets the turnover. And Southwest going to the bench, checking out Ryan Vines, and checking in will be number 20, Jacob Allen. Harrison kicks to Machando, drives center and kicks back to Onwas. Onwas fires a three, rattles it around and in for the 3 points. Southwest taking the lead 7-5. Nice reverse layup there from Crawford, getting the 2-point bucket to tie the game back at 7. Big foul called there against Crawford, just running pointlessly straight into Bairstow. Referee's not happy with what they were seeing on that one there. So we've got an unsportsmanlike foul called against Crawford. So Bairstow's going to go to the line for 2 shots, and they'll get the ball back at the halfway as well. And look, a fair call from the referees as well. I mean, there was no attempt at changing his line. He just ran straight into Jared Bairstow. It gave him a bit of a blow to the side of the face as well, which he didn't seem to appreciate, that's for sure. So Bairstow goes 2 from 2, taking the lead back out to 2 points for Southwest. Jake Allen to bring the ball in. So Tendakai and Machando bringing the ball up for Southwest. Harrison with it at the top of the 3. His pass almost stolen by Crawford. I don't know whether this is just me thinking this or not, but why is Tyrell Harrison always at the top of the 3-point line? He's almost 7 foot. What are you doing at the top of the 3, big man? Get inside. That's where your home is. You can almost dunk the ball standing up without even needing to jump. The point of being at the top of the 3 is not your position. I think it's something that Southwest definitely needs to work on, because if he's going to be playing for the Bullets, he's not going to be playing a guard at the 3-point line. He needs to be getting down low and fighting for the inside bucket. We've seen him do some really great work from inside in previous weeks, and that's where he needs to be, especially when the likes of Princeton Onwas was out with his injury. Harrison went to town on the inside and was doing a great job offensively down low. So why he's playing a guard position at the moment is beyond me. The Southwest struggles to put 2 buckets in back-to-back, so Townsville gets it again as Jet fires. That one no good. Jake Allen coming down with the board for Southwest. And as Allen's driving in, Crawford's going to pick up another foul, just leaning in on the left-hand side of Allen. Doesn't seem real happy with it, but I don't really know what Crawford has to argue about that one. There was clearly contact on the hip. Both teams going to take some subs, so Peter Crawford's going to need to check out after that second personal foul, and McCauley's going to check in. We've got a timeout on the floor now, so we're going to take a break as well. But we'll be back with you shortly with more of this Southwest Metro Pirates versus Townsville presented by... And back with you here from the Pirate Ship Hibiscus Sports Complex. It's the Townsville Heat taking on the Southwest Metro Pirates. It's 7-9, 2-point lead towards Southwest at the moment. Only halfway through the first quarter, so early days, and both teams playing a relatively good offensive game. Both teams struggling a little bit on the defense, though. Not exactly playing a very strong defensive game and letting players get to the bucket nice and easily, just shooting at a low percentage as Jake Allen misses his first of 2 free throws. Allen makes the second for Southwest, so it's 3-point in the lead now, hitting 10 points. Wiltshire with it for Townsville. Shot clock down to single digits as Baker has it and fires deep from the left-hand wing, firing that one away for 2. Lead back to 1 for Southwest. Bairstow sets the screen for Vines, not utilised, but cuts in. Harrison can't get the handles on it. It wasn't Harrison, sorry. That was James Ringholt. Just couldn't quite get the handles for Southwest and turn it over. Down the other end, Southwest is going to pick up a foul. That one going against Princeton Onwas. And Townsville will take the ball from the base. Froling with it now with the right hand roll. That one's good for 2. So Townsville takes the lead by 1 for the first time. Vines with it now, top of the 3-point line as Ringholt sets a screen on the left, opening Vines for a 3, but that's no good. Jake Allen managing to pull the defensive board. Townsville almost getting the turnover, but not quite. So Southwest getting another 24 on the shot clock as Bairstow fires a right-hand corner 3, which is no good. Ball in the hands of Wiltshire. So Baker with it now as he spins right and tries to fire a one-handed right shot. No good on that occasion though. Bairstow with it now as he drives strong to the left. Finger roll is good. Thompson gets ready to check in for Southwest. It's a tough contest down low between Froling and Bairstow. As Wiltshire steps back and takes a 3, but that hits the front of the rim and bounces off. Neither team shooting a great percentage at the moment from deep. Onwas, step around 3-point shot. That one's no good either. Southwest only shooting 1 from 5 from the 3-point land. Townsville 0 from 2. So neither team really firing from deep. Jet with it now, taking a 1 foot inside the 3-point line jump shot, which fires away for 2. Jake Allen decides to take a 3-point bomb, and he finds the love for Southwest. He gets the 3. Maybe tonight's the night that Southwest might put some more 3-pointers on the board and increase that percentage, because that's 2 from 6. Still not ideal, but definitely a lot better than what they've been shooting for the rest of the season. As Wiltshire goes inside himself and fires away, Baker and Ringholt fighting for the rebound. Southwest coming down with it on that occasion. Jake Allen taking on Wiltshire as Bairstow and Froling fight down low. Onwas takes a one-handed jumper. That one's no good though. As Froling, that could almost be called unsportsmanlike as well. That was a very intentional right-hand hook to Princeton Onwas' face. That did not look good at all. So turnover going the way of Southwest after the offensive foul. And Bairstow is going to get checked out for Southwest. He's subbed in by Troy Thompson. And Harry Froling's going to check out for Townsville. Replaced by, I think, number 14, Matt Rees. Jet with the legs gets the steal away from Jake Allen as Jet goes all the way himself, but his shot's blocked by Jake Allen. And Southwest coming down with a defensive board and what seems to be a fast break opportunity as Allen tries to continue the momentum with the three, and Vines comes down with the offensive board. Now it's Ringholt's turn, and he too can't find the bottom of the net. Baker now for Townsville, just trying to slow things down with his team. Things just going a little bit too fast for his liking. Wiltshire finds Baker on the inside. He spins, shoots right, and good for two. We're locked at 15 apiece. We're under a minute to go. Jake Allen on his way to the bucket. He was fouled by number 5, Brendan McCulley from Townsville. Subs both ways as well. Crawford going to check back in, subbing out Jet. And Onwards coming out for Southwest as Marty Leahy subs back in. Jake Allen's first free throw is good for Southwest. Just doing a bit of a score check between commentators and score bench. It is 15-17, so Southwest in the lead by 2. We've got just under 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Marty Leahy got the big task of marking Wiltshire as he reaches down and fouls on the way to the bucket. So Marty Leahy will pick up the foul. Wiltshire going to the line for 2. First free throw for Wiltshire is good. Bairstow looks like he'll be checking back in for Southwest for the last play of the quarter. Wiltshire's second is good, so Bairstow checks in, subbing out the young James Ringholt. There'll be a 2-second differential between game and shot clock that Southwest will hold for probably what is going to be the last shot of the game. As Marty Leahy has it just over halfway. He's defended quite tight, but Townsville not going to let Southwest going to take an easy shot. Leahy with it again as the shot clock rattles down to 6 seconds. Vines with it, needing to get to work soon as 3 seconds on the shot clock. The ball's kicked out to TT, whose three is no good, and the time expires for the first quarter here. It is 17 apiece. We are locked in a draw. It's like the women's game all over again, but much less high scoring than that game in particular. It is 17-all with the Southwest Metro Pirates taking on the Townsville Heat. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with you shortly, so don't go anywhere. And this game is presented to you by Panagos Productions. Stay with us. And we're back from Hibiscus Sports Complex as we bring you this great clash between the Townsville Heat and the Southwest Metro Pirates. We're locked at 17 apiece at quarter time, and both teams not shooting a great deal from the field at the moment with quite low shooting percentages. Southwest sitting on 29%. They're 5 from 17. Townsville a little bit better, actually. They're 6 from 14, so they're at 42%, but we're still locked on the same score. Both teams really playing a good, strong defensive game of basketball, though, and it does look like things are going to heat up towards the end of the game, no pun intended. But things have already been getting quite physical down low. Harrison Froling picking up a couple of tough calls, and Crawford obviously with that unsportsmanlike foul. So it is a big matchup with the big boys down in the keyway. So things are going to get quite tense towards the end of the game, I believe. But that's kind of what we want to see. We want to see a nice, strong game here. Marty Leahy down the right-hand corner fires away for three, but that's no good. So hopefully this continues to be a nice, strong battle between these two teams, because it's definitely going to be a physical one. As all the way to the bucket, there is Wiltshire. So he finds a nice little finger roll inside to take the lead early in this second quarter. Jake Allen with it now. His pass is stripped, but still managed to be maintained by Troy Thompson. Thompson's pass to Leahy also blocked, but Leahy somehow recovers and fires a fadeaway finger roll too. It was a nice finish there from Leahy. That was really good. Tyrell Harrison looking to check in for Southwest in a moment. Locked at 19 apiece. Wiltshire hands off to McCulley. Back to Wiltshire, and he looks to fire, but there's an offensive foul down low. That one's going to go against Matt Rees. Looks like he just copped, I think it was Ryan Vines in the side of the jaw on a screen. So Southwest getting some unfortunate hits early on by Townsville's offensive screens and charges, and getting a little bit hurt left, right, and center. Bairstow kicking out to Marty Leahy on the left wing. He fires a deep three from the corner. Wiltshire goes inside. Matt Rees spins for two. Bairstow's spin fadeaway jump shot is no good. Wiltshire coming down with the defensive board. I think it's also important to call out, because I've only just realised the stat. That was Marty Leahy's first three-point success in the QBL season. That makes him 1 from 6 for the season so far. So hopefully that's one of many in this game here tonight, because Southwest is going to need some more three-point bombs to fire if they're going to get the win in this one. Southwest fouls down their end of the court here, putting Townsville on the line for two. So Southwest going to go to the bench. Marty Leahy getting subbed out. Number 13, Christian Pang checking in. Crawford's first is good to take the score tie back to 22 apiece. And his second is good as well, and just as well, because I think both teams broke on the left-hand block. We're 2 minutes into the second quarter. It's a 1-point differential as Jake Allen fires, well, I was hoping was going to be an alley-oop, but Tyrell Harrison nonetheless puts it away. Wiltshire off the nice screen set by Baker, gets away from Vines and fires a pop too. Harrison returns the favour, setting a screen for the captain Vines, who's now tightly guarded by McCulley. Vines somehow manages to find a cutting Jake Allen, who gets the points. It's going to be an off-ball foul here called against Christian Pang as well, just holding tight up against Wiltshire on the inside. A lot of off-ball calls. I really like to see a game where the referees are actually consistently watching off ball and making sure there's nothing dodgy or rough going on off the ball. It's probably about the third or fourth off-ball foul we've had so far this game. So really good to see that the players are getting looked after, because you don't want any sneaky elbows or ribs or anything like that done down low. So good job by the officials keeping this game nice and tight. Townsville with it now as the shot clock rolls down into single digits. McCulley has it over to Wiltshire. Good screen by Baker, freeing up Wiltshire for the three. That's no good, though. Allen with the defensive rebound. His pass a little bit too strong for Vines to get the breakaway, but he still manages to recover. And Southwest selling things down now. Bairstow setting a screen for Pang. Gets it to Allen. Allen with the quite easy offensive foul called by the referees. Just straight into the chest of McCulley on that occasion. So good call by the referees. Just seems to be a consistent thing at the moment. Both teams just a lot of tough offense. And they're really playing the defense, which is good. But you can't just drive straight at the other player. You need to be able to actually shift your feet and get away from them. It's the 4th offensive foul we've had so far in this game. So Baker with it now, coming up against a very strongly set Bairstow. He can't find the bucket. 11 cents on the shot clock, though. They'll get the ball after the tap out of court by Southwest. Jake Allen checking out for Southwest. Princeton Onwas coming back onto the floor. As Fig takes a deep three. He extends the lead out for Townsville, 28-26. Christian Pang is stripped by Jet as well, and they'll get the turnover. It was tapped down onto the leg of Pang. So Townsville's going to come down with the ball. The turnover straight away again by Townsville. Baker's pass to Fig. Just a little bit of miscommunication there. Fig not sure where the pass was coming from. So Southwest will get a chance to redeem themselves. Jet again fighting for the ball all over that thing. Manages to pick up the foul on that occasion though. Bairstow getting a little bit lucky, I think. It was a loose ball, 2 players going for it. It was a bit unfortunate, but contact was obviously there. But good to see Jet playing a nice aggressive game of basketball as well. He's really fighting after those loose balls. Great shot fake there from Pang, faking out Baker. Didn't get to take the shot, but Bairstow finds a cutting Tyrell Harrison, whose shot's a little bit too strong. And on the rebound, Princeton Onwas. A little bit of discussion going on between the referees. There was 2 separate fouls called. So I think it's going to end up with number... I think Tyrell Harrison is the one that ended up with the foul. I think the other referee actually had one on Princeton Onwas, but Harrison did end up with the call. Baker with it now against Bairstow. Kicks out to Jet. Shot clock rolls down to single figures as Froling sets the screen. Jet fires the 3. No good though, but great inside rebound, offensive tap from Froling. Tyrell Harrison defensive rebound after Baker's missed 3. Again, nice strong matchup down low between Bairstow and Baker. Bairstow chasing after the loose ball. Froling coming under and taking out his legs, unfortunately. Townsville coming down with the ball as Jet crosses Pang, kicks out to Fig. Fig fires. Corner of the backboard as Harrison fights for the ball and loses control. Townsville, very scrappy 2 passages of play we've had here, and Jet's pass to Fig. Again, a little bit of miscommunication there from Townsville. A little bit all over the place. Looks like the coaches aren't happy either as Coach Downer goes for the timeout. Couple of passages of play there, a little bit loose, a little bit scrappy, need to be tidied up, so they're going to go to the benches. We're going to take a break as well, but we'll be back with you shortly with more QBL action between the Southwest Metro Pirates and the Townsville Heat, presented by Panagos Productions. And we're back at Hibiscus Sports Complex for this QBL matchup between the Southwest Metro Pirates and Townsville Heat. It's 28-26. Townsville just managing to keep a 2-point lead over the Pirates at the moment. But it's been a very competitive fight and a really strong game down both ends of the floor. Both teams not shooting great percentages, but playing very, very tough defense. And I think that's what they're going to need to continue in order to actually get the win in this case. For Southwest, it's all going to come down to whether they can play a third quarter of basketball. As we know, almost every time I commentate on these games, Southwest just doesn't know how to play a third quarter. They always come out playing absolutely terribly. If they can do it here tonight, they may actually get the win over Townsville as Bairstow goes for the double rebound putback, getting the points on the board. Back to 28 apiece. We are drawn again. But Southwest is going to need to keep up this defensive and offensive integrity. And they're going to need to keep fighting hard as well, as Froling sets a tough screen there, and Jet fights his way to the bucket. Can't get the points, but he'll pick up the foul against Tyrell Harrison again. So that'll be Harrison's third. And Jordan Jet will go to the line for two. So Jet goes none from two from the free throw line, but Townsville, after a bit of a tough struggle in a fight, managed to come down with the rebound, and there'll be a foul called against Jared Bairstow. Then we're going to have subs both ways here as well. No, just Southwest. So Vines checking back in, subbing out Christian Pang. Tyrell Harrison also going to come out, being subbed in by James Ringholt. Baker finding a little bit more success from the free throw line. He goes 2 from 2, taking the lead out to 2 for Townsville. Princeton Onwest cuts the defense apart but loses control. Froling coming down with the ball. His pass to Fig, no good. Tries to keep it in, but Southwest coming down with it on the advantage. Vines kicks the ball over. Onwest on the three. Fires and no good. Crawford with the defensive board for Townsville. Crawford dishes over to the side, gets the ball to Froling. Froling makes the bucket, and he's going to pick up the foul from Vines as well. So Southwest in a lot of foul trouble at the moment. They're on about 6 personal fouls so far this quarter. Townsville only on 2. As Bairstow gets checked out, Troy Thompson, the big man, coming back in. Onwest with it now, 5 seconds on the shot clock, so needing to find a way to get to the bucket. Drives through, stumbles over, Vines recovers, kicks to Ringholt, who can't score. Onwest accidentally coming down, getting Froling in the eye. There was definitely no intent on that. He was just trying to get the ball, just unfortunately copping Froling in the side of the head. May have got him in the eye a little bit as well, but definitely no intent on that occasion. All right, boys are shaking it off. They're all good. Again, we're going to walk down the other end of the court because Southwest is in foul trouble, so Froling's going to get to go to the line for 2. So Froling's just going to give his eyes a little bit of a rub. Seems to be in a little bit of pain, but needs to take his free throws. Clear the scratch to the eye, not impacting his vision at all. Froling makes the first. And the second, so Townsville extends their lead out to 6 with 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. Princeton Onwas double teamed on the far side of the court. Townsville's defense enough to make Onwas step out of bounds and get the turnover. That'll be Southwest's 9th turnover in the half so far. Not a good statistic compared to Townsville's 6. Southwest once again just managing to not keep control of the ball and not protecting the pill. Jordan Jet fires from the top of the keyway. That one's no good though. Baker comes down with the offensive rebound and fires the putback for 2. Lead up to 8. Southwest needing to get to work and finding some offense and some points on the board. Vines fires Ringhold at the top of the 3. Kicks back though. Vines' pass to Thompson is stolen by Baker. Townsville now the opportunity to extend the lead out to double digits. Jet finds Froling on the inside. I don't know why Froling didn't go himself on that occasion. He could have jammed that home quite easily. But his pass goes to no one. Southwest with the turnover. Jared Bairstow going to check back in for the Pirates as well, sunging out James Ringholt. And Onwas checking back in, Jake Allen checking in for Tendakai Machando. Vines just inside the 3-point line, fires a nice one home for 2. Justin Baker puts up his hand and says, "My bad," to the coach. He knew that he should have had a hand in his face. So lead down to 6. Jordan Jet going to work on the inside. Princeton Onwas with the block. Troy Thompson with the rebound. Thompson just losing control of the ball in that pass. They're almost turning it over and then getting the backcourt call. Just questioning the referees about why it was necessarily a backcourt. My view was obstructed. Couldn't really see what happened. But nonetheless, it's going to be Townsville's ball. We've got just under a minute and a half to go in the second quarter. Froling sets a nice screen and gets the ball off it as well from Jet. Froling goes to the bucket and manages to somehow put that one in for 2. Bairstow with it, kicks out to Vines, but they're going to pull it back to the foul on Baker. Bairstow down the center of the court, finds a cutting Troy. Can't make the points fall, but Baker picks up another foul. That's 2 in a row. That'll only be his second foul, but they're going to go to the bench, so Baker's going to check out. Matt Ree's going to check in. TT goes 2 from 2 from the free throw line. Sorry, 1 from 2. Got just under a minute to go on the game clock for the half. Shot clock rolls down into single digits. Wiltshire has it. Screen set by Rees. Rees kicks out to Froling. Froling fires the 3, but it rims out. Bairstow with the defensive rebound. Southwest a chance to close the 7-point gap a little bit as Vines takes a step back jump shot. That one's no good. Crawford with the defensive rebound. Froling with it on the inside. He spins around Troy Thompson. Goes for the reverse layup, picks up a foul from behind, I believe. That one going against number 20, Jake Allen. So Townsville going to make a last minute sub. So Brendan McCulley is going to check back in. So Froling goes 1 from 2 to take the lead back out to 8. He's going to get checked out for the last couple of seconds. Number 15, Jackson Todd, going to check in. So Southwest will have 15 seconds on the game clock. They'll have the last shot of the quarter, or of the half, I should say. The game clock rolls down in the last 10 seconds. Southwest a little bit slow to set up an offense here, but needing to make something happen quick. Princeton Onwas drives through and travels. So again, Southwest is not able to string their offense together. They've really been struggling to find moving players and get the cuts. And that's another perfect example of just how Southwest isn't piecing their offense together. So the Pirates going to check in their defensive line by the looks of it. 2.2 seconds to go. I highly doubt Townsville's going to get a shot, or at least a good shot, I should say. Jet does fire one away, but that was never going anywhere near the bucket. So it's 39-31, the Townsville Heat leading the Southwest Metro Pirates by 8 into halftime. So we're going to take a bit of a break, but don't go anywhere. In about 10 minutes' time, we'll bring you the stats update in the last half of this game that's going to go down to the wire. Southwest got a lot of work to do offensively if they're going to get themselves back into this game. So we'll see how it all unfolds after the break. But we'll be back with you as the Southwest Metro Pirates continue to take on the Townsville Heat, live from Hibiscus Sports Complex, presented by Panagos Productions. And we're back with you here live at Hibiscus Sports Complex, the Pirate Ship, as we continue to bring you the Southwest Metro Pirates taking on the Townsville Heat. Before we kick into some halftime stats so far, I just want to say a big shout out to all the people that are here in the stadium tonight. It is a great crowd that's come down. We've got people like Mick Conlon here, the coach of the Gold Coast Rollers, scouting out the Townsville Heat before their clash tomorrow down the Gold Coast, because that's going to be another very, very big game to watch. Townsville coming off a triple header after playing Toowoomba last night, Southwest tonight, coming up against Gold Coast, which are a very, very tough team and one of the suspected top 4, top 6 finishes in the league as well. So that's going to be a great game. So shout out to Mick Conlon coming down to scout our team and watch the game. We've also got the likes of Joey Wright and Big Joe Tadzakian in the stadium as well, checking things out as well from the Adelaide 36ers. So they're here doing obviously a little bit of scouting, recruiting as well, looking at 2 incredible teams play some really high quality basketball. So here we are. So it's 39-31, 8-point the differential leading into the halftime break. Southwest, it's a very wide point spread. No one really stands out on the score sheet. Jake Allen currently sitting on 8 to lead all scorers on their team. Closely followed by Jared Bairstow on 6 and Marty Leahy on 5. So no real standout performances there. But jumping down the other end of the court, you got Harry Froling currently sitting on 12 points and 4 rebounds. And Justin Baker on 8 points as well. So very, very widespread game at the moment. Both teams doing a really good job to spread the ball and share the love in terms of the points as well. So things going really well for both teams. So like I said, this game is going to come down to who can play a third quarter basketball, because I know Southwest can't, but what a block there by Princeton Onwards to start out with. It's a shame he landed out of court as he got the grab. So we're just going to have to hold here for the shot clock just to try and get things reset here. So the referees are going to reset the shot clock up to 16 seconds. Come to think of it, though, I don't really know how 16 seconds makes sense when there's only been 14 seconds on the game clock itself, but let's roll with that anyway. So Jet's going to bring the ball back in now for Townsville as he goes straight down the center and fires one over the top of Onwas and Bairstow for 2. So 10 points the lead now for Townsville. They've got themselves into double digits. Southwest are really going to have to string some big passages of play together here if they're going to get themselves back in this one. Onwas inside. There's a bit of a mismatch here, so Onwas should go to the bucket. He does. He can't get it to fall, though. Harry Froling coming down with a defensive ball board and passing out. Wiltshire goes to the bucket with the offside finger roll, getting the points as well. Lead back up to 12. Tandakai Machando with it, kicks over to Bairstow. Southwest, there's now 10 seconds on the shot clock. Onwas hands to Tyrell Harrison, over to Vines with 5 seconds, so needing to get a shot away. Big mismatch between Vines and Froling, but Vines tries to go himself, blocked by Froling. Then Townsville's away on the offense now. Jet with it, taking on Machando, but he loses control as the ball goes up and trips into Onwas and picks up the foul. Jet laughing it off as he stands up. He's not happy that's a foul call, but I think he can understand where it's coming from. So a bit of an unfortunate passage of play there as Ryan Vines picks up a technical foul for asking too many questions, it seems. Not happy that there wasn't a call made down the other end of the floor. So probably, I didn't hear what was said because I've got headphones on, but probably not a smart decision from Vines. They had the opportunity to get a bucket. They had the ball. And now it turns over to Townsville. So Crawford's going to step up for the free throw and makes it. And Townsville's going to get it from the half. It's always a very tough line to control, that one, as to whether you should raise your questions with the referees or just hold off. I think Vines might have been a little bit hard done by there, but nonetheless, this is how it is. And what could have been a 2-point play for Southwest has now just turned into a 5-point swing for Townsville. It is 47-31. They lead by 15. And Southwest loses control and turns the ball over. Southwest really struggling early in this third quarter. As I said, I know they don't have a history of playing a strong third quarter, but this is a very weak first 2 minutes of play, and they're really going to need to turn things around if they're going to keep themselves in this game into the fourth. Jet with it now. Dishes back to Froling, who drives strong. Kicks out as single digits. Jet fires the three. Froling with the offensive rebound, going straight back at Tyrell Harrison and making the points. So it's been a 10-point run here for Townsville, extending their lead out to 18. Tyrell Harrison going to work, but great defense from Froling getting the block. And we're going to have a block here on Tendakai Machando. So again, Southwest getting themselves into foul trouble very, very early on. There's going to be a timeout on the floor as well, so we're going to take one as well. There's an 18-point lead for the Townsville Heat here in the Hibiscus Sports Complex. But stay right there because this game could get interesting again. It is Southwest Metro versus the Townsville Heat, presented by Panagos Productions. And back with you here from Hibiscus Sports Complex. It's 49-31. Townsville Heat really dominating in this third quarter. They've got themselves a 10-point streak over Southwest so far, extending their 8-point lead at the halftime break out to 18. And Southwest just can't seem to get anything right at the moment. They're turning the ball over. They're missing shots. They're not playing strong defense. They're rattled. They need to pull themselves together, and hopefully after this timeout, Coach Downer has just told the boys just to settle things down and play the game of basketball that we all know that the Southwest boys can play. With an opportunity now after that missed shot, Vines has the ball for the Pirates. Let's see if they can piece something together here. So Marty Leahy has it as there's 7 seconds on the shot clock. Ball goes inside to Bairstow. Miscommunication. Bairstow's pass to Troy Thompson missed. And Wiltshire now on the drive. He finds the bucket and the foul from Thompson. Southwest in all kinds of rattle at the moment. Wiltshire's free throw no good, so the lead stays at 20 for Townsville. Troy Thompson gets the dunny roll to fall. Wiltshire goes inside to Baker, finds a cutting Froling. Froling finds the bottom of the net, and there's going to be a foul on Princeton Onwas from behind as well. No, they're going to go Troy Thompson. Could have gone either way. So once again, lead back at 20. Harry Froling going to go to the line for one. And makes it. The lead continues to get bigger and bigger for Townsville. Southwest not able to put anything together. At this stage of the game, I just want to see Southwest start piecing some offense together. They're not... don't even really know what it is. They just can't seem to find an offensive play where they can beat the Townsville defense. They're just playing such a strong defensive game of basketball that no matter what Southwest seems to try, they just can't string something together. think the boys just need to slow things down and take their time, start passing the ball around a couple more times, just trying to find the open gaps. At the moment, every shot is highly contested and it's not being a high success rate. You've got a foul off the ball here now as well by the looks of it. That one's going to go against Baker. Thank you. So Southwest has another chance as Thompson goes inside, and yeah, good foul call there from behind. That one going against Wiltshire. Bump in the back against Troy Thompson on his cut through, so he'll go to the line for 2. Thompson makes the first. Can't make the second. Baker and Bairstow fighting for the rebound. Referees called the rebound came off the foot of Bairstow, so Townsville going to come up with the out-of-bounds play. Lead still sits at 22 for Townsville. Southwest on 34, Townsville 56. Shot clock down into single digits as Baker backs into Marty Leahy, spins left and gets the finger roll to fall. Bless me, my apologies. Vines with it now, going all the way himself and can't get the finger roll to fall. As Wiltshire step back 3 bucket is good. Townsville just piecing everything together, shooting over 50% from the field compared to Southwest's 33. They're just making everything work from the moment, Townsville. Offensively and defensively, they're just a much, much better, more composed team at the moment out on the field. Southwest just doesn't know what to do to their defense. They don't know how to break away from it and actually get points on the board. Every shot is highly contested. They can't seem to split apart the defense and find an open drive into the bucket. The Southwest mixing things up now. Captain Ryan Vines is going to get checked out. Jake Allen is going to sub in. Onwards bringing the ball in from the sideline for Southwest. It rests in the hands of Thompson as the shot clock rolls to single digits. Thompson's pass is stolen. Jake Allen manages to recover though as he goes to the bucket, but stripped by Fig. Wiltshire, almost uncontested, takes a 3-point shot. Coach Downer definitely not happy with what he's seen, so they're going to go to the bench and take a timeout. We're going to take a break as well. It's 64-34. Townsville leading the Southwest Metro Pirates by 30 halfway through the third. Stay right with us. We'll be back with you with more action shortly. And back with you here at Hibiscus Sports Complex. It's a 30-point deficit. Southwest not happy with what they were seeing out on the floor. Coach Downer taking that time out there to try and piece something together for his team. Just really struggling at the moment, Southwest, to make their offense work. Jared Bairstow was showing a little bit of aggression there, but not able to get the follow-through as Jake Allen puts the put back up. His shot also no good, but Bairstow going to get called for the foul on the way back. So they will get it back again. But again, as we were discussing off air just before, Southwest just really can't seem to piece anything together. It doesn't look like they're a team that knows what they're doing at the moment. Their offense is rattled. They're all over the place. They're not really setting up offensive passes to play. They're just hoping that there's an open pass available to get the ball to, and then just taking rush shots, and they're not hitting anything. Every shot that's taken is a dud. So another foul here called against Townsville, so that's going to be the 5th team foul for them. So we're going to go to the line for 2. Princeton Onwas with an opportunity to put some points on the board. Onwas goes 2 from 2 from the free throw line, putting Southwest on 36. Townsville with it now. Those free throws from Onwas were only the 4th and 5th points for Southwest for the quarter. Southwest picking up a silly little foul there as well, so they're going to send Wiltshire to the line for 2. Wiltshire goes 2 from 2 as well from the free throw line. Lead back up to 30 for Townsville. Just over 3.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter here. Onwas has it for Southwest. Kicks down to Marty Leahy. Goes back to Onwas as he pulls up. Kicks out to Jake Allen for the 3. Allen finds some rain and puts it in the net. But straight to back down the other end now. Townsville going straight to work. Great block there by Thompson. Townsville comes down with the board though and goes straight back to work. Wiltshire with it now. Kicks up to Froling. He has 4 seconds to shoot. Froling spins against Jake Allen, fires away and finds the net for 2. A bit of a tangle up there between Todd and Bairstow. Nothing in it. We kick straight back off again. Southwest with it again now. Marty Leahy kicks to Jared Bairstow, finds Thompson on the inside, finds a cutting Allen, but it's stolen. Wasn't necessarily a fantastic look. McCulley with the steal there. Wiltshire up the court, fires a 3, that no good. Marty Leahy with the rebound for Southwest. Again, miscommunication for Southwest. Allen thought Bairstow was going to cut, pass just going straight into the hands of McCulley. Todd's pass is blocked and knocked out of court by Onwas, so they'll have 7 seconds on the shot clock here to fire. They're going to go to the bench as well and make some subs. Wiltshire and McCulley checking out. Jett and White, checking in. Froling behind the back pass out to the wing for a 3-bomb. That one's no good. Onwas fakes out Rees and goes to the right with the dunk. That's the momentum that the Pirates need. More of that is definitely going to help them get their confidence back up. As Onwas mans up on Jett. It's much better aggressive offense from the Pirates there. Need to see more of that. It actually looked like a passage of play where they knew what they were doing and they found the gap. So more of that from Onwas is going to help. Jett just firing a loose one, that no good. Froling trying to get one in before the end of the shot clock, but that expired. Jake Allen with it now, slowing things down. Out to Thompson at the top of the 3. He fires, but we're going to have a foul here down low. I think that's going to go against Jackson Todd. And that'll put Jared Bairstow on the line for 2. Bairstow makes the first. And the second. Just over a minute to go here in the third quarter. It's 68-43. Jet has it for Townsville, taking on Jake Allen. And Jet, nice, strong offensive attack at the basket for 2. Jet with the fast hands, taking on the steal, but throws it out of court. There's a little bit of a miscommunication and contact off the ball there, and that was all over the place. But Southwest is going to come down with the ball. So we're going to go 11 seconds on the shot clock. They're going to say that there was no control on the ball. So Southwest will have 11 seconds to fire. They only need 1. Jake Allen takes the shot. Froling comes down with the defensive rebound. Troy Thompson with the fast hands, though, gets the steal. Straight back at the bucket, though. No good. Defense too strong from Todd. We're down to 26 seconds in the game clock. Shot clock about 5 seconds inside that. Ball goes inside to Jackson Todd. His shot, no good. They're going to call a foul on the inside. That's going to go against Princeton Onwis. And that'll be his third. So Townsville going to go to the bench, subbing back in McCulley and Peter Crawford. Jordan, Jet, and Harry Froling checking out. Todd goes none from 2 from the free throw line. Bit of miscommunication between the Southwest players on the rebound. Still managed to come down with it, but it looked a little bit dicey there for a second. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Jake Allen needing to get a shot up. He kicks down to Bairstow, who drives strong through the middle. No good, trying to shoot through 3 defensive players and can't get a shot off. It is 70-43. Townsville lead by 27 over the Southwest Metro Pirates leading into the third quarter. That was a 12-31 point quarter. I said it at the start of the game and I said it at halftime again. Southwest needs to find themselves a third quarter because turning down 19 points in a quarter is never going to see you win a championship. Nonetheless, that is the 3-quarter time break, so we're going to take a rest as well. But we'll be back with you in just over a minute to bring you the 4th quarter in this game between the Southwest Metro Pirates and the Townsville Heat. And back with you here at Hibiscus Sports Complex as we can bring you the fourth quarter of this Townsville Heat versus Southwest Metro Pirates clash. Townsville coming to the fourth quarter with a commanding 27-point lead over the Pirates. I don't want to call it too early, but I think it is all about done for the Pirates here tonight. But hopefully the boys can come out in this fourth quarter and try and redeem a little bit of what went on in that third. String some really good offensive passages together and start playing a little bit stronger defense against the Townsville Heat. So we'll wait and see what happens here, but hopefully Southwest can get themselves back in the game a little bit as Machando fires a nice-looking jumper. Onwards coming down with the offensive board, fires a three of his own, and that one's also no good. Not a great start there from Southwest from the shooting line. Jordan Jet with the ball now for Townsville. Southwest playing nice, aggressive man-on-man defense. Good to see. Jordan Jet has it. There's 5 seconds left to go on the shot clock. He drives left, beats Thompson, kicks out, fired away there from Crawford, which is no good. Bairstow with it. So good defense there to start the quarter from Southwest as Machando looks aggressive, drives baseline around, kicks out, miscommunication again. Southwest turnover count now sits at 20 versus Townsville's 9 in that category. So not a good position, and a big part of the reason why Southwest had such a struggle of a third quarter because Townsville got themselves 17 points off turnovers, and 20 turnovers in a game of basketball is not a position that you want to see your team in. Shot clock down to 5 now. Townsville needing to get to work. Crawford has it. 2 seconds. He fires a long two. That's no good, but gets his own rebound. Drives center. Kicks out to Todd. Todd fires. No one finding some net love at the moment. It's about 5 or 6 shots in a row that haven't managed to find some points. Jet with it now. He takes a 3 over Jake Allen and breaks the curse and hits nothing but net. Foul going to be called here against Jackson Todd on the out-of-bounds passage of play. Thompson with it now for Southwest. Bairstow, aggressive drive on the inside. That's more like the Southwest offense we know. Good passes around the outside to an open Jake Allen for 3. Not successful, but it's good to see Southwest actually starting to piece some offense together because that's the way they're playing in the first half. It's the way we've seen them play in the past as well, and that's what actually gets some points on the board. Not a slow, unknown offense. They need to start making those quick passes, making Townsville actually move defensively, and they'll start finding some success. They just need to get the points as Jet fires a 3, and that one no good for him on this occasion, but Bairstow coming down with the good defensive board. Bairstow again looking aggressive, charging down the keyway, handing off to Onwas. Onwas with it now, long pass over to Machando, back to Thompson. Onwas again, he drives center, kicks out wide to a wide open Bairstow, who finds the bucket for 3. See, that's a much better offensive play by Southwest. As I was saying, they need to make those passes and actually break apart the Townsville defense. You know, Townsville is a very, very strong defensive team, don't get me wrong, but when Southwest doesn't move the ball, or they leave it in the hands of one player to try and take on multiple Townsville defenders, it makes it easy for them. They can just stand there and they don't even need to play defense. Passing the ball around, dragging that defense out, gives the likes of Bairstow that wide open 3-point shot on the side, which actually helps them get the buckets. But coming back into what we're going on about now, McCulley's just picked up an unsportsmanlike foul, not playing the ball. My apologies again, I got a little bit of a frog in my throat. But as I was saying, McCulley's picked himself up an unsportsmanlike foul on that occasion. He just wasn't playing the ball. Onwas was dribbling up the court. He's intentionally reached out and tried to stop the passage of play, which under the new rules that only got entered into this QBL season this year, you have to play the ball. And any intentional stop at a fast break or potential fast break opportunity is immediately an unsportsmanlike foul. And so Onwas goes to the line and makes the first. Can't quite find the second, but Southwest will get possession again from halfway. So So 26 points of difference at the moment. Onwas has it down low for Southwest, marked very tight by McCulley. Onwas trying to fight his way through. Thompson has a wide open three-point bomb at the top of the key. No good, but good defensive rebound. Sorry, offensive rebound, I should say, by Allen. And McCulley will pick himself up another foul there as well on Allen. So that'll be McCulley's 4th personal foul, I believe. So not a good position for him. Southwest going to the bench. Troy Thompson's going to check out, subbing in the youngster Tyrell Harrison. I'd really like to see Harrison do some work on the low post as well. Get him down there. Don't take the long bomb, son. Get yourself in the keyway. Townsville almost had themselves a fast break opportunity. Just couldn't quite get the controls in time. Froling with it now. We've got a foul off the ball here. That one's going to go against Tyrell Harrison, I imagine. Just fighting in the low post against Matt Rees. Jordet going to check out for Townsville. Wiltshire checking back in. Nice hands there from Machando. Gets the tip straight back into the hands of Peter Crawford for the out-of-bounds play, so Southwest will get the turnover. It's still a 26-point deficit here. Southwest with a chance to put a couple more points on the board. Princeton Onwas driving straight into the chest there. Can't quite get the points to fall, though. Machando hands off for Lockie Venus. Lockie Venus fires away for 2 and gets the friendly roll. Allen with it now, taking on Crawford. Finds a cutting Onwas. Hands back to Tyrell Harrison. Be strong, big man. Nice little dish off there to Jake Allen on the inside, and Allen finds a 2-point bucket. Lead down to 22, so Southwest playing a much better 4th quarter. I think we're going to be calling an off-the-ball foul here. That one going against Lockie Venus for Southwest. I think that was called as he was defending Matt Rees. So Matt Rees doing a good job off the ball and drawing the fouls from Southwest. Southwest going to go to the bench. They're going to check out Tendakai Machando. Ryan Vines coming back in for the Pirates. Harry Froling with the shot flake, driving straight down with a nice over-the-head put down into the hands of Matt Rees, who gets the bucket on the inside. It's a great assist there from Froling. Six seconds on the shot clock here as Tyrell Harrison kicks over to Vines. Vines drives left, 1 second, needs to make a shot. Harrison can't get it off in time. Managed to get the points, but just a fraction of a second too late. Much better look offensively there from Southwest. Unfortunately, just a fraction of a second too late on the shot clock. But much better offensive movement and good cutting from Harrison. He needs to be inside like that more often. That's the position that you need to play. Peter Crawford with it now, finds a cutting Matt Rees, who spins and flicks one up with his left hand for 2. So Townsville extended their lead back out to 26. Onwas with it now. Jake Allen takes a wing 3. That one's no good. Townsville with the fast break opportunity here now. Nice drive all the way for Wiltshire. Wiltshire gets a nice, easy fast break layup. Coach Downer again, he's going to go to the bench and take a timeout, so we're going to take a rest as well. It is 79-51. The Townsville Heat maintain their 26-point lead here into the fourth quarter, but we'll be back with you shortly with more live QBL action presented by Panagos Productions. And we're back with you here from Hibiscus Sports Complex. It's 79-51, which apparently equals a 28-point deficit, not 26 as I've previously been saying. Clearly there was a reason I dropped out of studying physics and engineering, because I cannot do math. So it's a 28-point lead here for Townsville Heat with 3.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Southwest really struggling to find their shooting percentage at the moment. They're shooting at 31% from the field and 31% from the three-point line. And as we were discussing off air here before as well, if your three-point percentage is equally as low as your two-point percentage, it's not a good position to be in. Southwest need to be taking better shots. They need to stop driving into three players and trying to fire over the top of them, because it's just simply not working. So let's see what they pull together here. Tyrell Harrison, the big man, going inside. Good opportunity there, but great defense from the Townsville Heat. Froling with it now, almost losing control and handing it over, but managing to maintain last minute. It's Wiltshire now, dishes inside to Crawford. Crawford tries to hand off to Froling, but it's blocked by Allen. Allen a little bit out of control. Again, driving through the center of the key and losing control. That's the exact kind of play that I was saying we need to avoid doing. The whole reason we're shooting poor percentages is because we're making bad decisions like that. The boys are absolutely rattled at the moment, and there's a reason why we're 28 points down. So Townsville with it now. Wiltshire has the ball very high above the three-point line. Jake Allen with the nice hands, though, gets the steal from Wiltshire. Wiltshire tries to pick his pocket back again. Ball kicks out to Lockie Venus. Venus fires a three. Onwas with the offensive rebound and the immediate putback for two on the inside. Good opportunity there from Onwas. Ball kicks out for Crawford. Onwas not falling for the shot fake though. Ball ends up around in the hands of Froling as Froling fires a three. Jake Allen's shot blocked by Froling. Nick Stoddart's going to check in for the first time for Southwest, subbing out the captain Ryan Vines. There is 1 minute 50 to go in the fourth. So Froling has it, drives down the center of the court. His pass out wide to White. Couldn't quite get his hands on it, so turnover there for Froling. Pang with it as the shot clock rolls down into single digits for Southwest. Onwas with it now, tries to spin through. Lockie Venus is going to fire a deep three. That's too soft, hits the front of the rim. White came down with the defensive rebound. Just over a minute to go here in the fourth. We're still at 29 points of difference for Townsville Heat. Ball kicks out to White, who fires a 3 and rattles it home. Going to be a foul called here against Townsville. That one going against number 15, Jackson Todd. That'll be their 4th team foul. Late sub here from Southwest as well, so they're going to check in number 12, James Ringholt. Tyrell Harrison checking out. Onwas with it, pass a little bit too hard for Lockie Venus, almost taking him out. Ball ends up in the hands of Christian Payne, who fires a 3, no good. Venus and Stoddart fighting for the defensive board. Managed to come down with it. Single digits left on the shot clock now as Onwas drives to the left. Kicks over as Lockie Venus fires a deep 2. Fast break opportunity here now from Froling with a nice pass up the court to Fig. Fig putting it away for 2 on the fast break. Great pass there from Froling and nice look ahead. So Southwest will hold now for the last shot of the game. There is 14 seconds left on the game clock. Christian Payne driving through and he kicks out to Stoddart. Stoddart fires a 3 and finds some net. Southwest finding a little bit too late the 3-point drop. As we roll down to 2 seconds to go. So that'll be the game. It is 87-56. The Townsville Heat coming home with a 31-point win over the Southwest Metro Pirates. And I know I don't want to keep banging on about it too much. I know I've said it a couple of times, but Southwest needs to adjust the way they play their third quarter of basketball because this is becoming a consistent trend in the way they play. This would have been a much closer game and a much better contest if things had have gone better early on in that third quarter. Because if you look at the quarter-by-quarter breakdown, first quarter was tied 17 apiece. Southwest went down by 8 in the second, by 19 in the third, and only by 4 in that fourth quarter. So realistically, if they had have maintained their integrity and their intensity and their aggression on the offensive side of things in the third quarter, it would have been a much closer game of basketball. But we come out a little bit weak after that halftime break and just can't string our offense together. And when you've got a team that's shooting a lower field goal percentage and a 3-point percentage, it is not a good position to be in, and you know you're not taking the good shot opportunities. Southwest ended from 19 from 63 from the field and 6 from 19 from 3. So there is a lot of incorrect shot choices that are being taken there. And you know, I don't want to single anyone out in particular because it was coming across from the whole team. But we need to work down on our shots on the inside. If you're taking a shot over the top of 3 players, you're not taking the right shot. But credit has to go where credit's due. Townsville having a really great game of basketball, playing strong, tough offense and defensively as well, and really stringing together a lot of strong passages of play. So looking at the stat sheets, Harrison, Froling, and Wiltshire as well, both ending on 22 points apiece to tie at the top of the score chart for Townsville. Froling getting his double-double, though, pulling a total of 11 rebounds, 9 of those being defensive. His only downside was having 6 turnovers, but also got 3 assists. Baker also got 13 points and 8 rebounds, so not quite a double-double, but doing a really good job there as well. And looking at the Southwest side of things, you got Princeton Onwas ending on 12 points, getting his double-double as well with 10 rebounds. Jake Allen coming off the bench, doing a really great job, scoring 13 points and 7 rebounds. And Jared Bastow, 11 points, 5 rebounds as well. So that'll wrap things up here from the Pirate Ship. It was 87-56. The Townsville Heat taking the victory over the Southwest Metro Pirates. Townsville, they still have one more game to go this weekend as well. So they're versing the Gold Coast Rollers down on the Gold Coast tomorrow as well. So there's more QBL action to come. But make sure you're sticking around because we'll always be bringing you these Southwest games. And next weekend, we will have your QBL Game of the Week presented by Nothing But Net Media and Live Sport Australia. They're going to be covering the games here at the Pirate Ship as well. So remember to tune in, as always, with your QBL live streams presented by Panagos Productions, Live Sport Australia, and the whole team working on behalf of Basketball Queensland and the local associations. My name's been Regan Baker. Big thank you to Joel Baker on the production panel beside me. Our friends up on the camera panel as well. So really thanks to everyone that's been helping us out here today. See you next week, guys.